What's happening? What's happening? Cornell the Shooter here, and this is the C&P Network. I ain't gonna hold you long. We're gonna get to the interview. I just wanna make sure everybody's aware of the new YouTube program we set in place. For $2.99 a month, you can catch every interview we drop in its entirety. That means no more watching one clip, waiting the next day to watch the other clip. You can watch the whole interview all at one time, unedited. Yo, 1 year in the books. Let's see what we do year 2. Once again, this is the C&P Network. Without y'all, ain't none of this possible. Salute. Young Polo.
Yes, sir.
We're going to touch on him a little bit. We're not going to go too far in depth with it, but
Okay.
we were remiss not to speak on him. He did call in earlier.
My guy.
Early this year, we brought the news back in January on our Instagram page that young Polo had been arrested and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Which, much like everybody else, it took me by surprise. Can you give us a update, a status on his, his course of sentence, his situation, and him in general?
Yeah, so at the present point, I mean, well, it's a drug case. Everybody, that knows about it knows that at the present point is that the situation is still at the opportunity to appeal. So it's still, although he's got a sentence, there's still things going on that I got to watch what I say. But
Of course,
he's keeping his head up. He's like you heard him. He knows that until he's out, he's taking it day by day because he got to do what he got to do. And it's and in Tennessee, a 10-year sentence with a state case, you can appeal in 3 years. With good behavior, could be lesser. So we just hoping and trying for the best in this situation. He's, people like Hardaway 1K and Shad and Adam and Trap Blow and it's people that's been coming through the house all the time, and he just had a kid. He just had a little girl,
right?
And we had a baby shower because she was born a couple of months early. So we was gonna have a baby. She was due on my birthday,
Okay.
June 5th, but she had a couple of months early. And the baby gets out the hospital tomorrow.
Okay, that's what's up.
So we had an early baby shower. All of them came through. Man, they've been coming through. They've been true friend, true brothers to him, and keeping him, making sure he's straight.
Man,
Like
that's what's up.
Like I said, they come to the house numerous times, make sure he got what he need. He got what he need. They brought a lot of baby clothes and baby strollers. Like they've been really like, you don't know who your real ones are until you go through things like that. And man, they just been showing. Like I sit up and look, sit up and watch, and stuff like that through hard times can do your heart good. So
right.
He's staying up.
Undoubtedly, the group of guys you named have nothing but love for Polo. And
Yeah,
he knows
man.
that, and
It shows.
they're very
man.
vocal about it.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. You said so. As of right now, like of course you said this, it's still a process. Does he have to wait 3 years before he can file appeal, or?
I don't know. I think the opportunity to appeal. If I'm not mistaken, I think you only got a certain amount of time to do that. Now I could be wrong about that, but I think you got a certain amount of time to do that, and it's not. I don't think it's the whole time. I think it's just
okay. So you have that possibly that window, from now to 3 years to do it.
And when that opportunity over, then that's when it is what it is until. But until then, it's while there's opportunity,
So right now he has an active appeal that you can speak of. If not, it's fine.
it's being the appeal haven't started. I think things are being worked on
Okay. Okay.
to have everything in order.
I
When
got you. I got you.
that's the best I can say that.
I got you. We'll leave that right
You know.
there. From a personal standpoint, to watch Hardaway 1K come home here recently.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and like we spoke earlier off camera. You said, Hardaway 1K is like a second son to you.
Yeah.
So to see him go to prison, come home, and then Polo go in, what does that do to you?
And excuse my language, it fucked me up. I know Polo's heart. Like, I don't care what people see, I know his heart. And everybody that's around him know his heart. So to sit in that courtroom and see him walk to the back after they announced that much of a sentence took me right back to the hurt I had with my parents.
Imagine.
I don't even think I think that I made that pain made I can't even really say what hurt worse. Just to know that you know I ain't even looking at the parole. I'm looking at the time they gave. I ain't even so my mind. I ain't even looking at the possibilities and all that. I'm looking at the worst, and
You look at the right now.
yeah, and then I'm looking at and it's my only boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's and I know he gonna see this, and I don't want him to feel bad, like you know, but yeah, it was painful, like because I know his heart again, and I know that he he if you respect him, he'll double respect you. You know what I'm saying? You look after him, he gonna double look after you. Like the people around him know that. Like he got so much love to show people. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is respect him. And and just like any other man, you cross him. But as far as his heart, that ain't the place for him. And yeah, so that shit hurt. Like it fucked me up. But people like Hardaway and a couple more other people, they tell me, you know, things to let me know it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they know how much pain I was in.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and like I said, Hardaway, they came to the court. Like they've been at it much. They came to the trial. They came to the even before they announced the sentence. And like he would because it was a couple of weeks that we was in court. Man, we Hardaway come eat with us. I mean, we just going through the whole thing. We it was a moment. And when they announced that, like, man, you know what I'm saying, when they announced when they that was, and like the liberation took a minute. It took like usually when you're gonna be guilty, like they had that 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours. This went on the first day for 6 hours, 6, 7 hours. Second day for 4 or 5 hours. So it's looking like, okay, this may be okay.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying, didn't go that way.
But it's not over. Keep your head up. It's not over. I heard him. He sounds in good spirits.
Yeah,
We're gonna facilitate some type of interview with him.
yeah,
Don't go back down that hole though.
yeah, yeah,
Seriously, I cut the camera off. Seriously, don't go back down that hole. The last thing he needs
yeah,
is the type of news you received, and he can't even get to you.
yeah,
So don't go down that hole. You got a lot of strong men around you, and some who's been through what he's going through now.
yeah,
Listen, if all the way 1K can tell you it's gonna be all right, take that man for his word.
yeah, yeah.
Honestly, you don't know me from a can of paint, but I'm telling you,
Now I feel you.
take that man for his word. Uh, it ain't over. It ain't over. I hate to end the interview this way, but no, I don't actually.
It's part of my life.
I don't actually, because I'm asked this question, and this question is the most important question in this interview. What's next for you? As we progress to 2025, what's next for you? Because you ain't gonna go back in that hole. You ain't
Nah,
gonna back down. What's next for you?
you know, I man, if all this stuff didn't teach me nothing, it taught me how to live with pain.
Okay,
Like it's too much. Like I can't be I can't be in my position and go there. Like I gotta learn. I gotta man up. I gotta muscle up because I got people that need the man I am. I got
correct,
daughters and wife that need the
correct.
man I am, as much as I need them. But they need the man who they always knew, that raised them, that's been married 25
There
years.
you go.
Um, so man, God put that stuff in my life to go through stuff like that. Like, because that's what holds me up. Even when I feel like, what I'm saying. But like I said, what's next? Like, so, the last 4 years I had a trucking company, but what I did last year, I had to let that go because that was now mind you, when my mom and daddy left, I didn't have enough strength to get in that truck no more. Like, so my trucking company started, the bills didn't stop, but I couldn't work, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't work, I didn't have enough strength to stay on that road. Being on
Right.
the road would
Yeah,
make
you
it
could
worse.
get in
I
that truck
tried.
with just you and your mind.
Yeah, I tried,
I got
and
you.
I had to come back because I wasn't ready. And so what's next? I I just got a straight job. And see, that's another thing. The job I got is like that's a blessing. Um, and I still do my music.
That's what's up.
So man, I'm on. Like I said, and that's what I mean. Like, he still like I still got things to look up for. My what's next for me is to make sure my son be straight when he come out,
There you go.
and to live my life just working, respecting, and being a man that I need to be, and letting life be life because I can't stop it.
That's real.
You know,
That's real.
and that's pretty much all and just walk it. That's all I can do.
That's real. Is there anything you would like to add to this interview before we get out of here?
Um, yeah, man, I appreciate everybody because it'd be a lot of people wondering. I don't try to show, but a lot of people can see like that mess me up about my mom and daddy.
Of
So
course.
I just want people that sees this to know I'm good. I have my moments, but I'm good. I got a position in this world that I gotta continue to hold up, and I got a house that I gotta be a man of. So I'm good. I'm gonna have my moments, but I'm good. I gotta stay solid and grounded because I gotta make sure my son's straight when he come out. So
Right.
I'm good. I want to shout out, my fam, my wife, my kids. I want to shout out my group real tight. I know I said some stuff that probably, y'all ain't gonna feel good about, but I still love y'all. I just told the truth. Um, Shout out to man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to C&P Network for real, cause this, you know, support is everything. Like, and if y'all doing something, y'all gonna want to support this man right here. Got a building platform, and especially Chattanooga people. Now, everybody else fall in line too outside the city, but me personally, I want to give a shout out to people that I know. But I want to give a shout out to this man and his network, C&P
I appreciate it.
Network, and y'all subscribe to it, man. And you know, I just want to see them build. Everybody who I love, they know it. I don't have to shout everybody out. I ain't got to shout everybody out that I love, that I show love to. They know it. But so right now, I'm taking my shout out time to 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 shout out this man and his network,
I appreciate it, bro.
C&P Network. And
We're
that's
gonna do this
that's
again.
how I
We're gonna do
end
this
that.
again. We're gonna do this again. Most definitely.
For
Definitely
sure,
gonna bring you
man. I
back.
appreciate you inviting me, man.
Yeah,
Really,
for
really.
sure, for sure. If anybody want to get in touch with you on social media, how can they look you up?
At Reg Long on Instagram, or at Reg Long. I don't really be on X that much, but and Reginald Long on And make sure the pictures is me because there's a couple of original Longs. But Reginald Long on Facebook. I ain't promoting nothing right now. You know, I be posting stuff, but that's my social media. So if you want to follow me there. And be looking, keep Polo in your prayers. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For sure.
And support his music wherever you see it
For
on
sure.
YouTube. You know, Young
YouTube,
Polo.
Spotify, Apple
Yeah,
Music.
yeah,
You Google it,
yeah,
it's there.
yeah. And shout out to again Hardaway,
Shout out Hardaway 1K.
1K. Shout out to Shy. Shout out to man. I hate to leave people out that's been showing love. If I left your name out, it's the charge to my head, not my heart. Cause you know, I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Uh, you officially been verified. I am Cornell the Shooter. This is the C&P Network, and we out of here.